Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are here to do our recap of the Bold and I was about to say Bad and Bougie. I love the Migos. What can I say? Anyway, it's actually the Bold and Bougie. And it's season 1, episode 3, Too Many Princesses in One Castle or something like that. And in one kingdom. In one kingdom. That's what it is. So yeah, y'all. This is very interesting. Nels is hyped because her,
And the way they ended it. Look, they got me hot. Chase. Goodness.
she wanted to see Crystal get hype. I'm all about the peace and the love. Shade in the City does not condone violence,
I'm
but
all about the peace and the love too, as long as she said she welcomes good energy. That's not what Dr. Princess was giving. So you can't always be peaceful when people want to take it to hell.
I remind y'all that Nels told you if y'all haven't watched the Ready to Love, y'all can go back to the recaps in the playlist. Nels feels that there's no age where you're ever too old to pull up. Okay, she said it. She's already admitted it.
Not if there's no age on being disrespectful. Absolutely not. I don't think so.
Well, we clearly know that. But anyway, so yeah, y'all. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button.
And the subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's get shady. So we're jumping back into the tea party where we left off. Gaucher is questioning Crystal on whether she's ever messed with Usher. Crystal denies having any involvement with Usher and brings up that Usher and her ex-husband are actually very good friends, which that doesn't surprise me. So that's not even a thing. Basically, absolutely not.
And it's
Now, Tamika think,
disrespectful. For
huh?
real. If they friend, it's super disrespectful, especially if they friends.
Right. So Tamika brings up, think basically that this is tacky of the ladies to bring this up, and says that she's had plenty of husbands and boyfriends. And so Gaucher is like, well, did Crystal mess with one of your boyfriends? Is that the issue? And I like how Crystal kind of like just cleared the air, set everyone straight that there's nothing promiscuous about her. So this narrative of her sleeping with somebody's man and that being the reason why somebody would be mad at her is that ain't it. Okay. That's not it. And she said she's been battling this home wrecker image since she got with Neo. And says, all the parties involved know what the truth is in God. So she's good with that. And so Gaucher that's the one thing I didn't like about this particular episode. I felt like Gaucher was pushing a lot. I felt like a lot of people were reaching and pushing more than they needed to. But
Girl, they
we'll
want
get,
to make sure they get a second season, child.
I guess. But I don't I think it's different when you're like there's actually a conflict versus it seems like you're trying to force a conflict.
Yeah, they all do this. They all.
Okay, I guess. I
They
guess.
want to make sure they come back. And
Okay,
look, the pushing will make a conflict.
I see.
Okay.
So basically, she's like, Tameka, what is the real issue with Crystal? And Tamika's like, I don't have one. Crystal is saying that she basically has nothing but love for Monietta. She looks at her as family because their kids are siblings. I think I've said that before. And basically she asked the ladies to stop talking about it and trying to create these negative energy and picture of this relationship or her family. And I could appreciate that. I was here for Crystal, like, I'm not doing this. What y'all want me to do, I'm not going to or engage in it. So then Gaucher asks her again if there is any underlying issue, and Tamika says if she needed to say something, she would say it. And I do believe that. And Crystal and Tamika both agree that they're good.
So then Tamika and Gaucher meet up. We knew this was happening. Of course, Tamika had to take some shots and talk about how she looked like Michael Jackson blinging in the rain. Of course, they had to get into the whole Crystal issue. She said that, she didn't really feel like there was really an issue, you know what I mean? She was just setting a standard, okay? And letting her know how they were going to be moving forward. Gaucher said that, she just don't get it. Tamika said, and girl, you're not gonna get it. Okay? You not gonna get me. and the fact that I don't like to drive far, and the fact that I don't think you should wear diamonds in the rain. Gocha said, "Well, you definitely dress for the occasion with your floaties on your arm." Okay, I
Well,
said,
I'm sorry. When she said Gaucher came out there to moonwalk on her feelings, I died. I'm sorry. I fell out.
it was the back and forth shots for me. It was if they was drinking the amount of shots that they was taking, okay, I think all of them could get along,
Right.
or it could be a fight night. Then they get into the tea party, and basically how she felt like Tameka was being guarded. And she says that she understand, or she doesn't understand why they are bringing up somebody at the damn tea party that she ain't dated in over a decade. Okay, she says she feels like she is surrounded by a bunch of his fans. She only wants to be surrounded by people that are fans of her. Okay, and it's giving that you all want a damn ticket to his show. Gosha said, "Girl, I could buy my own damn ticket. I am a fan, not a groupie." Okay, and she's still trying to figure out how the hell Tameka bagged him. Gosha basically
Yeah,
tells
she
her,
gave him that mature. That's what she
uh-huh. Um,
did.
she tells her, that she needs to open up more. She's acting like, she's in a whole nother bubble and everybody else is on another level. Tameka said that, she's emotionally intelligent, and, basically she feels like Gosha is imposing her feelings onto her. But, boo, if that's how you feel, thank you. Great.
I
Okay.
love how she received that though. She was like, I don't feel that way, but clearly you feel that way about
Exactly.
me.
Thank you.
I was like, you better, Tamika. I like how she flipped that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Gosha told her, "Girl, you got some problems." She said, "Are they problems or are they standards?" And then said, "Let's table that. Okay, you can make a list of the complaints that you have about my complaints. Bye." Okay. Gosha tried to tell her, "Girl, you're gonna be by yourself. Okay, you ain't gonna be married." She said, "I'm gonna be married to my home and my businesses." Okay. And then Gosha said, "Well, not to a man." And Tameka said, "Well, definitely not to a woman." I said, "Well, okay, well,
So I thought it was, whatever. Yeah, like you said, we got to create some drama or whatever, back and forth. I don't even know if this was really necessary, but fine, whatever. What I will say is, I didn't like how the ending when Gaucher, like, I hate when people think that's a read, oh, because you don't have a man. I think
mm-hmm.
that's such a weak read. Like I was telling Els, I don't know if Gaucher or if Tameka is aware of Gaucher's situation with her family, but the fact that she said, I'm going to be married to my kids and my businesses and my house, yeah, in my opinion, that could have been a little slight shade towards Gaucher because, we learned last episode that her kids don't really rock with her too tough.
Well, if that's the case, then I would say that Gaucher went low and Tameka took it to hell.
Hmm. If
I
that's
mean, even when they took it a little bit further, because I said, "Damn, okay, well, you know, yeah." Tameka always seems to go to hell.
yeah, yeah. Um, she's good at doing that. So we see Princess helping out at the family practice, smile, envy.
Well, she came
Um,
there in scrubs and looking around, clicking, clacking on the
she says
computer.
she does the HR. Now, and look, she can technically do that from home. So she's actually doing them a favor by coming into the office. I ain't mad at you.
Just showing her
Girl,
face because her
you
husband
better.
wanted to see her. That's it.
Well, no, and one thing I will say, I did catch an interview that Princess did recently with Funky Dineva, and she was just talking about how basically that was one of the things. Even her being a producer, she was worried about how she was going to be, you know what I mean, because of course she's in production, so she was worried about how she was going to be portrayed or viewed or whatever, on being, the talent now. But basically she said that
I
one
thought
thing
it was
she,
I thought it was funny. She was like, he was like, "Oh my God, you graced us with your presence." She was like, "I was here last week." He said,
no, you weren't.
"No, you wasn't." She said, "Well,"
Right.
he's like, "Let's move on."
But she was just saying how she likes the fact that Carlos gives them such a good opportunity to showcase their businesses. And
Mhm.
I have something shady to say, but I'm gonna be quiet.
Is it about Gaucher?
No,
Oh,
we know she has businesses. We know Tameka has books. We know Princess has businesses. We know Crystal. is and look, at least she's hosting.
Are you talking about Malaysia? Yes. Malaysia said what her businesses are in the beginning, the very first episode.
Did you go to the link that I sent you for their website?
I didn't say that they were thriving businesses.
Oh, okay.
She
She's
said
not
what her
thriving, but she's not surviving and thriving like Ashley.
well, no,
Anyway,
apparently she was out here with people's husbands or ex-husbands, getting bills paid. But what it don't matter. What she said was she got businesses.
oh, okay.
They still under her name.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, girl. So, anyway, so Dr. Dave, like Nell said, was happy to see Princess there. Then Malaysia stops by to visit. Princess talks about her upcoming fashion show for Dillard's and says basically that that's been the most lucrative coin out of all her business endeavors. Well, I wouldn't say that, Princess. Does that really make you more money than Real Housewives? Checks from Real Housewives? Residual checks that you don't even have to work for anymore? I'm just saying. She says she wants opinions, and Malaysia tells her, "Don't open yourself up. If basically up to opinions if you really don't want them, and basically, and if you're not still not sure what you want." Then they discuss the tea party and her questioning Tameka about, or no, she said she felt that Tameka was still in love with her ex. Princess thinks that she stood 10 toes down, okay, and she said what she said. And Malaysia's like, no, that's not what you did. You kind of backpedaled and pussy popped. And all the ladies in their confessional admit that Princess is very sweet, but she can be a little bit of a pushover. Nothing like the rest of them. They're very. We can tell we have a group of alpha women here. Now, Malaysia says she doesn't think Tameka felt comfortable enough sharing why her and Usher split. And that's why she said she didn't know why they broke up. But Malaysia doesn't believe that. But that both means that they need to mind their business. So Princess picks up the phone to FaceTime Tameka. She calls and tells her she thinks she made a comment she needs to apologize for. Malaysia says if Tameka doesn't realize anything was wrong, then she doesn't need to apologize. Now, here was my whole thing, and I understand that it was Princess need to learn how to have conversations by herself, and
Mhm.
she needs to want to have them, if that makes sense.
She doesn't
And
want to
and she
have them.
doesn't,
That's
and
why
she
she gets pushed over. That's why people are trying to push her to have these conversations because
I
she don't
get it,
want to have them.
but then I don't like this whole, well, I gotta do it in that moment, and you gotta sit there with me. Like by the end, I was happy she did what she did. Like, can you get away from me? But and this, I was just like, Princess, you don't need to call her right then and there. I just didn't
Mhm.
understand why she needed to do that. But anyway,
Oh, 'cause she got amped up. She got fired up. Everybody was up on her ass, and she like, you know what? You right. She just got they amped her up. That's all.
basically, so she asked Tameka if she's mad about her comment, and Tameka says she doesn't care about that, and they basically move on. And so she obviously
Nigga
feels
said,
better.
I ain't thinking about you.
Right.
I don't
It's
I want to know if Tamika is like this with all her friends because I
clearly not
mean
Monietta because that's her dog.
we don't know. Maybe Manietta is able to take it. Who the hell knows? She let her know that she brought up Tamika's ex, and
Can I just say I was tired of talking about this meetup. It literally lasted the whole episode. This one we're talking about this one meetup.
then next episode is gonna be the argument, child. It's just okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure it wasn't just me.
hmm So basically, yeah, she let her know that she talked to Tamika and they she brought up Tamika's ex and Tamika basically lost it. Um, and she said she didn't want to talk about him. She has other exes, and Gocha feels like who care about them? Girl, they ain't superstars. We wants to talk about Ursher. Ursher,
Now
baby.
I'm not gonna say, but go Shay, you were given a little. I'll be your groupie, baby, and you are my superstar. That
Oh,
it was given that.
let me tell you something. I love me some Usher, and I always have. Okay, but at this point, I only see him as an amazing talent because how
Right.
are we all forgetting what happened years ago when this girl sued him? I'm not going to get into it, but what I'm not about to do is think about Wayne Darrell.
Alleged. It was all alleged.
Did he pay that girl? Listen, whatever. Look, we can't call. Look, are y'all calling Diddy's thing alleged? He paid her. Listen, I all I'ma say is, okay, I don't want to see you at no 7 o'clock on the dot because guess what? It ain't going nowhere. That's not what it's made for. Okay, not at all.
You're
Not no,
stupid.
not
That's
no more.
for.
That's not what it's made for. Not no more.
You said do a U-turn.
Exactly. um, so Gocha feels like, it's not even necessary. Like, it's not even necessarily about him. They're just trying to get to know her. Princess feels like, she just needs to be around Tameka more. And, probably she'll understand Tameka. Gocha feels like Princess is a devil's advocate, basically, and she is just always twerking on the fence for Tameka. That's really what it's giving. And Princess really just
kind of relate to that. Though.
That's why I said it the way I said it.
Oh, don't do that.
So that you could relate.
Don't do that.
And really Princess just wants everybody to get along and have a kumbaya moment. And she just wants, them to give Tameka a chance. They have. And she keeps on giving the same energy.
Well,
it's giving this is who she is.
Yeah, and accept me as I am. That's what it's giving. Now we see Crystal and Shad take her boys out to the. I'm going to say it's like a trampoline park. She talks about how she feels and how she has to overcompensate and be more hands-on with her kids since they've always been accustomed to being in a 2-parent household, and her dad is always gone for work now, so they're primarily with her. She then shares about Malaysia asking her if she's ever been with Usher at the tea party and felt like it was a little disrespectful. Crystal said, there ain't no hoe in my blood, okay? And she talks about not wanting any drama and the event that she's hosting for the ladies to get together. We then learned that apparently she was hosting before she met her ex-husband, and, she gave it all up for love. And I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be shady. Was it a hard decision?
Yeah, girl, she like to do that. Shoot, she love being in the club. That's what she like to do. Shoot, she like being in the club with nearly nothing on, getting them checks instead of being home with his ass.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying.
But she had to go where the money reside. Where the money reside.
Where the money reside. That's all I was saying.
Look, but I mean.
But where the money resides is where the drama resides.
Exactly. And does Neo do it for you? Because he for damn sure don't do it for me. I'd rather be in a club too. No.
The things you do.
Guess what? On that, I would actually. I think I would actually have Usher. No, I would have Usher doing it. Okay, rather than Neo.
Mm-mm. All right. So basically she plans on getting back into her hosting bag. Because she's an independent woman, okay? She said
she's Miss Independent. No. She used her husband's song. She said she's Miss Independent. I said, go ahead and use his song, girl. Against his ass.
Hey, she got her own thing. So now Sean tells her that her energy is better. And says he thinks it's because of the guy that she's dating. And Crystal says, no, baby. This ain't nothing but the
Lord. Don't give him on my credit. Let's not do that.
Okay. She said, I give it all up to God. Okay.
Let me say something. In that moment, I said, even when he said it, I said, oh, no, you ain't going to get this whole glow up to the responsibility of a man. Girl.
That's what we're not going to do.
I said, I loved when Crystal said, no. That's not what it is, boo. Mm-mm. She said the Lord has, what she say, bestowed peace upon her soul. This is what peace look like. This is what self-love look like. This is what kicking his ass to the curb look like. Okay?
She said she liked the champagne life.
No. No. She's done with the champagne life. What she like? Tequila and Hennessy in a champagne glass, girl. She done with the champagne lives. Okay.
But see, that makes me so sad. I'm not gonna lie to you, because my songs, I only want you to love. I don't want nobody else.
And
And she was
that was a damn lie. That was a damn lie. He wanted everybody else. Everybody else.
literally, it was
Life is a bubble, and please, please, boy, stop. She done with the champagne life. Okay, it's tequila and Hennessy. All right.
you stupid.
um, Tameka is at her book signing. For her book "Here I Stand." I don't know why when I hear the name of her book, is that not close to a Usher song? Am I tripping?
No matter how far I go.
What's the
Yes,
name of the song?
that's Here I Stand.
Okay, okay, okay. Listen, listen. I thought I was tripping. I mean, for somebody who don't want to talk about their ex, ain't got nothing to do.
That's my song. Now that you say that, that's why when you said, I was like, oh, that is a song.
When she said it, I said, for somebody who don't want to talk about the ex, don't he got a song named "Here I Stand"? Or am I tripping? But
That's
you
my
know what?
jam. Look, I'm gonna listen to that when we get off of here. And
That's
finally, girl, I need you
look,
to
look, maybe we should, well, no, it's copyrighted. But I was like, maybe we should go out to that song, but
yeah.
YouTube ain't gonna allow it.
He
So
said, "You make a blessing I never thought I would get." That is my song. What? Now, granted, he's been blessed several times, but
we ain't gonna get on him either. All
it's
right,
in
so
his heart.
Princess,
In his heart.
it's in his.
In his heart.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. He got plenty of room, plenty of room. All right, so Princess shows up. And she has it in her mind, and you know what? I'm gonna speak to Tameka today. Okay, we're gonna talk about this whole Gocha thing because they need to sit down and get on one accord. All right. Now, Tameka is sitting down, going over her book, and they ask her to, take them back to that day.
Well, I will say what I did learn to your question, to your point that you had last recap, where you were
Mhm.
like, why would she take him there? I don't think he was there with her. I think she let him go with someone else, like maybe a group or a friends or something. And that because she said she went to the hospital, like when she got to the hospital, he was in bad condition, meaning I don't think she was there when it happened.
Hmm. And she didn't know he was going.
No, maybe she didn't know his again. Now, why he would still end up there, I don't know. But the point is to what you said last recap when she was telling her story. It made and I
She
said,
didn't.
oh,
She didn't give the okay. She
right.
well, she didn't personally take him there.
Hmm.
All right. So basically, she said it's basically in a chapter called "Mad at God." To me, that made a lot of sense.
Right.
And it's just about things that you don't understand, and when really really good people get taken away tragically. Now, automatically, she thinks about Kyle, who she said is a computer nerd, and he gets struck by a jet ski. What are the chances?
Right.
She said when she got to the hospital, her son was in really bad shape, hooked up to all types of machines and tubes. She had a bedside vigil for him for 15 days. And, she gets emotional when she sees people out in the crowd getting emotional from her telling her story. And she's like, I can do this. I can get through this. Y'all don't get emotional because I'm going to get emotional. Okay. So then she continued with her
And I love
story.
this side of Tameka. I swear it's crazy how they even it out. Like I said, whoever is producing her is very, very smart. They're leveling it up because you can't absolutely despise her when you see her in this space. But then when she turns around and she just doesn't about anything else, then you're like, oh.
You
Or
know what?
maybe I'm just twerking on the fence like Princess.
One thing I do like about Tamika, because she's not my favorite, but one thing I can say about her is, yes, she doesn't have I do like when they show her soft side,
Mhm.
but I like that she's not in between when they show her bad side. When they show her bad
Right.
side,
Like she's like, no, this is me. This is who I
like,
am.
no, but and she's good at it.
Yeah.
It's not like she giving no BS reads, you
No,
know,
she
like,
stays 10 toes down.
and she know, like, I like that. That I do like. So she continues with her story. She said when they were alone together, he decided to cross over, and she just continued screaming. No, she really wanted to. She wanted to go with him. Okay, but she had to think about his brothers. She said she had to choose whether she wanted to be in a beautiful state or an emotional one, and she chose beautiful. Now, Princess decided after watching Tameka tell her story and getting so emotional, she decided, you know what, this is not the best time or the best, place to have this conversation about
And I
Gocha.
think she should have followed that instinct.
She did.
Oh, I
She,
know, but good, yo, good girl, yo, good girl.
well, she ain't know no better.
The what did I
I,
say? The agent of chaos came in.
so speaking of her, Malaysia got there.
Yeah.
Okay. And her and Princess, had a conversation about what happened, with Gocha. Malaysia said she wasn't there, but listening to the story, she completely understands why Tameka would have got up and walked away because, she is the walk away queen and she's always here for a good walk away. Okay. Then Tameka comes over to join them and Malaysia let her know, girl, we was just having a conversation about you. Now, I think in this moment, um, I think one of the reasons why Princess decided to continue with the conversation is because she didn't want to make it seem like they were having a shady conversation. But I think what she should have,
In your girl's defense, she was not aware of.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
walked
That's
in late on the story about how
yeah, that's what I said. She didn't know
aware
what
of
happened.
the heaviness of the
Hmm.
moment when she walked in. So I will
Hmm.
give her that.
Yes. So she did. I think Princess felt like she got put on the spot. But I think what Princess should have said was, you know what, given the circumstances and given the event that we're at, I don't think now is the time to discuss it. And just left it at that rather than, kind of being pressured into having the conversation. But basically, Princess let her know that, well, yeah, Princess knows that Tameka is feeling, kind of mushy and all over the place. Um, and, she asked her, like, are you okay to even hear this? Okay. Of course, Tameka don't know what the hell she gonna say. So she cool with it. And she let her know that she had a conversation with Gocha and Gocha felt like Tameka wasn't opening up like the rest of the group. Um, like anyone else. And Tameka just basically said she don't care. But my thing is I don't understand what type of response she was expecting from her. Ma'am, I'm
Right.
here for my book signing. I'm just got finished talking about my son. What are you expecting me to say? Especially if I really don't actually care. I'm not gonna care right now, but
Hmm.
so Malaysia told Tameka that, she's being dismissive. And if that's how she's gonna be, she doesn't feel like, she can get any help or love from her when she needs it. Okay. And that's not what she wants. She feels like she's starting a new chapter in her life and she wants people around her that can love her unconditionally. Okay. Tameka said, people just have different
None of these
personalities.
people are your real friends, Malaysia. Stop it.
Exactly. Tameka said that, people just have different personalities and, that she knows she's dismissive and she don't care. You are dismissed. Malaysia said, whoa, 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 whoa. Who are you dismissing? You ain't dismissing me.
Right.
Tameka said, boo, you are dismissed and walked the hell off. And Malaysia sat in her little corner talking about how she wasn't dismissed, but you were.
Yep, you were. Now I will say, I'm sorry. I did say Malaysia and Goshay did have a relationship because she did her hair. So I will take that back. But outside of that, you over here being like, oh, it's so important to build this sisterhood and friendships. You ain't gonna call these girls once this stop filming. We already see you hanging back with Bambi and Zell. You
Mm-hmm.
that's not like, come on, girl. Let's just
Mm-hmm.
let's just keep it 100. Anyway, so then we see Malaysia is all excited about going out with the ladies for Crystal's little club night. She also arrived damn near naked as well, but I get it. They thought they was, the vibe was we.
I liked Malaysia's outfit.
I did too. The vibe was we in these streets. So then she tells Princess she invited Dr. Princess, because Princess was already there, but says that she was thinking that it was more of a club environment and it definitely wasn't giving club. Crystal arrives with Shad, looking like a baddie as usual. Crystal said after a year of a toxic divorce, she's ready to be outside, and be outside with her ass out, which we've seen. So, um, and she's ready to be the Crystal
Oh,
without
without the Smith. Yes, look.
right. So then Dr. Princess makes a comment about how there's no booth or no VIP. And Shad basically tells her that she's being bougie. But the other princess also agrees that this is not what she thought it would be either. So Crystal is looking for the waitress, and Dr. Princess mentions, well, no one's been to the table since we've been here. And so she mentions, well, because they were probably waiting for the guest of honor to arrive. And so then Crystal calls Dr. Princess out and is like, what is this energy? What are we doing? Like, I'm just not understanding where this is coming from. And she's like, no, girl, I'm just, we're here to celebrate you. Da, da, da. She kind of falls back a little bit. And so they finally shake on it and agree they're gonna they're gonna have a good time. The waitress comes over with a bottle of Hennessy. Is anybody surprised? Dr.
I
Princess,
told
and
you.
look, and
The
it might have
champagne
been,
life. I told you champagne life is over, boo. It's Hennessy and tequila.
she might need to go back to champagne life. Maybe that's why she popped off like she did. Henny is nobody's friend. Okay. At least I know it's not mine when I'm angry. I'm just saying. Dark liquor could be the devil.
For
Okay.
me,
It
for me,
could be
for
the
me, for
devil.
me, it's the white.
What'd you say?
For me, it's the white.
Oh no, for me, I get so angry when I drink dark liquor. I don't know why. I don't know why. So
Bring
anyway,
that dark side out of you.
yeah, do. I be mad at life. I'll tell you my life story. I'm gonna cry, then I'm gonna try to fight you. Then it's a lot of things that nobody wants to go through
All those
when
things.
you're trying to have a good time. Anyway, so then basically Dr. Princess asks where Tameka is, and she, basically Tameka lets us know she had other things to do, but she just didn't want to come. Let's just say that. So
Hmm.
Malaysia tells Princess that she feels like she needs to be more assertive. She said that she feels like she handled Tameka the other day with kid gloves, and said that Tameka was basically disrespectful and she needs to check it, because she's basically saying, like, I don't want, basically, when people feel like they can with you, they will continue to with you and walk over
Hmm.
you. And she's like, I need you to start sticking up for yourself. And she's like, you remind me of me when I was married to my husband. And she just basically wants her to assert herself. So Princess then decides that she's gonna leave and she's gonna go confront Tameka. And this is what I was talking about. I was like, why does everything have to be so in the moment? But I get it. I guess they digging in her behind. But I just need her to have a little, she seems so easily influenced, if that makes sense.
Princess?
Yeah. Like, I just want her to have like her own mind, if that makes sense.
I think they
Like,
do too.
I can see why it would annoy Malay. Like, because she was like, you don't have to call her right now. You don't have to. And she's like, yeah, no, girl, I'm going. So, um, Crystal wants to know, basically, she's asking Malaysia, like, was it that bad? So Malaysia says, she was just being real disrespectful and she needs to check
Yeah,
it.
she was trying to tell her what was going on. She's like, okay, come on, hurry up, get it out. Like,
Right. So Malaysia says, so then she's like, well, I'm gonna go check on Princess. Princess then tells Malaysia that she doesn't appreciate the way Dr. Princess was talking to her, I guess, before she walked out, because Dr. Princess was offering all her opinions and was like, we got the same name and you don't let nobody talk to you like that. And da 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 da. And she don't really know Princess, like producer Princess like that. Okay. And so yeah, she didn't appreciate that. And then Tameka calls, and so she shoos Malaysia away so that she can have a conversation with her.
now, while inside the club, Princess is being told, that she's shady. Crystal told her that, she thinks that she
Dr.
says
Princess,
things.
by the way, Dr. Princess is still in the club because the
Yes,
production princess.
Dr. Princess.
I can
Sorry.
because I can understand. We just keep saying princess, and I can understand how she can get confused.
Hmm. So Crystal told her that, she thinks she says things for shock value and she comes across a little aggressive. Dr. Princess agrees. Yeah, I am very aggressive. Crystal says, yeah, girl, because I can
Glad
recognize
you
it.
admitted it.
Hmm. She said, yeah, because I can recognize it because, I used to be that way. But then, I changed because Father God, Christ in heaven. Okay.
Praise the Lord. He heard my cry.
Dr. Princess says she's prayed up too. Okay. Because her mouth used to be way worse. Okay. But it's gotten a lot better because there were some things that she wanted to say to her when she first met her. Crystal, like, girl, what you wanted to say? What is it?
Crystal, I feel like almost walked herself into that one because she was
Feel
like,
it.
"What? What?" She was like, "What did you want to say?" I said,
Oh, anybody would have said that.
"Yeah."
Okay, so she said that she was thinking that Crystal was a little loose.
You know what's so crazy? Dr. Princess said, "Oh, I learned that everything that I could say, I don't need to say." Even if when she put you on the spot and was like, "Well, what were you gonna say?" I think that you could have been like,
She should have not even said, because I was going. There was something I wanted to say when I first met you. That she
"Right,
shouldn't
right."
even said that.
That actually that's the most
That's
valuable.
what started it.
Right. You're right.
So Crystal was feeling like loose. Girl, ain't nothing hoe about me. Okay. She was like, let me pump your brakes right there.
I already told y'all Crystal said ain't no hole in her blood. Y'all better stop playing with her.
Okay. She said, you ain't gonna disrespect me like that. Okay. Crystal said, let's keep it real respectful because you don't know me. So Dr. Princess says, yeah, she's trying not to be disrespectful. Okay. And she needs to get to know her. Crystal said, girl, not acting like that, you ain't. Okay. And she decides she's going to dismiss herself before she acts a fool. Okay. She said, because she is only saved, but so much. Okay. And let me tell you something. I felt her in this moment. She got to the bathroom. She's like, this girl don't know. And she was ready to walk the hell back out there. Okay. And Dr. Princess is over there just sipping her drink like she was about to get these hands. I felt Crystal in that moment because I so feel like, why is it okay for you to be disrespectful and say whatever the hell you want to say out your mouth, and you just and there should be no
You
consequence?
don't know about me.
You I don't give a damn what you know about me.
Well, that part.
I don't care. What it could be the truth. Why do you feel that you have the audacity to sit in my face and tell me about me with no consequences? And
Because
just because, and listen, not everybody handles things the way you handle things. Just because you want to use your mouth, don't mean I'm gonna use my mouth.
well, that's when people that's how people fuck around and find out. That's what that that's what happens. You fuck around and you find out.
So I'm so not with that. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, do whatever you want, and because we're both grown, I should turn the other cheek because we both grown, and you should know when you're being disrespectful.
I already told y'all Nell said she is not too old to pull up. But
Never.
anyway, y'all, and I look, and I ain't too old to be in the car beside her. But anyway, y'all, if y'all have not already, please make sure that y'all have hit that like button.
Make sure you comment
Make sure you subscribe.
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. We just want to thank you so much for the love and support. Let's keep growing, glowing. Because as you know, we are getting close to the day of greatness, the best day in Pisces season. So please, if you haven't, and you feel if you're feeling charitable, not only hit the subscribe button, but you can also send a little donation to the Cash App as well and say happy birthday, Trees, and I will appreciate it. But the subscribe is very much appreciated, just as much appreciated. Okay, please understand that, and that's free 99. But yeah, y'all, we appreciate you. We love you. I'm possibly thinking about going live the night before my birthday, so we can all just sit here, chat, have a good
And
time,
bring in her birthday
and
together.
bring in my birthday together. If I can keep y'all up till midnight. But yeah, y'all thinking about it. I just want to make sure we have some fun stuff to do while we're here, and just like I said, we want to give you an opportunity to get to know us a little bit better, and just not necessarily have a topic or a show. We just want to whatever it is, and just sit and chill. So we appreciate y'all, and yeah, we'll catch y'all. What? Oh, on Sunday for the live for the BMF.
Yes,
So yeah,
ma'am.
y'all. Love you. Have a good night and have a great
Good
weekend.
night.
Bye bye.